Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? We did this a little while before, but we're going to try it with this set, and we're going to try to play Assassins. Now, I have no idea if this deck's going to work. It has the parts that says it can work, but we just got to wait and see. So, starting with the top, turns out Iridescent Vine Lasher is actually an Assassin and gets us 2 Assassins potentially, so it's really good. Agate Blade Assassin, wasn't sure if I wanted this in the list or not, but there's not very many cheap, affordable Assassins to play, so we're kind of hamstrung a little bit. So this makes the cut, at least a couple copies. Some Bitter Triumph so we can kill some things. Deep Cavern Bat because the card's just too good not to play if you're in black. It's kind of silly not to. And we needed some early things. Again, we don't have that many quality cheap spells, so this made the cut. Go for the Throat for more removal. One of the cheap things we do have is Crowl Whipcracker. The problem here, though, is having to squeeze in enough green on our lands to make sure we can cast this on turn 2 or 3. Don't know if we're going to be able to do it reliably, but I think our mana base will support it. And it does a few things here, right? It gets rid of tokens, which we know are still a big thing in the format right now. It also has Reach, which is really good because it can allow us to block like slick shots and things like that. But also happens to be 3 power for 2 mana. So not the worst thing. Etrata, obviously, if our early Assassins do get in there, then we could start turning stuff face down and getting cheap stuff, and then the deck kind of takes off. Also, Etrata has Death Touch, so if nothing else, you can just block and kill a big scary thing. We're playing some Glissa that happens to not be an Assassin, but the other thing I had in this spot initially was one of the Vraskas, the 3/3 that most people probably don't even know exist. But I changed my mind and said, you know, Glissa's just a better card. It just kill stuff outright in combat. It can draw us extra cards. It can remove counters from things. So yeah, we're just going with Glissa. It's not an Assassin, but it just makes sense for the deck. The deck's still going to have, I think, 18 Assassins in the final list, so that's a lot. One of those is going to be Masker Girl, because it's another way to draw cards, right? If we can kill stuff off, great. Then we get more cards. Probably going to have to be in combat, because we don't have a bunch of minus stuff. I thought about adding some, but I wasn't sure where I wanted them to go, so ultimately we didn't go that route. We do have Urtai Resurrected. I wanted a couple of spell counters, and this kind of also can be removal. Again, it's not an Assassin, but it's just kind of that utility, and because it comes later when we want to cast it, we're not really worried about our mana too much on it. It brings us to Vannifar. This is another one I kind of was debating on. It's 4 mana. Makes the deck a little heavy having Master Girl, Urtai, and Vannifar. So we could probably cut one of these. I don't know which one just yet. But it is a 3/4. You can put a +1/+1 on each colorless thing you have, which is basically every face down thing. Or we could just cloak a card from our hand and turn it into a 2/2 and have an extra body. Also reasonable. So lots of things we could do with this, but we'll see. And then, of course, that happens to be an Assassin, Vein Ripper, if we need something big over the top and can try to finish the game with. Though, now that I'm thinking about it, and I'm looking at the list a little bit, I think I'm willing to gamble a little bit here, if we want to call it a gamble, and get rid of one, maybe Bitter Triumph. I don't know, or Go for Throat. Maybe get rid of Go for Throat. I don't know. Maybe Bitter Triumph. I'll see. We'll swap it up. And I will get rid of one of these 4 mana creatures, either Masker Girl, Urtai, or Vannifar. I don't know which one I want to cut yet. My gut instinct says Vannifar, if we're going to make the change I'm about to make. And that's to add a Virtue in here. Oh, I guess it helps if I fingers type that right. Put a Virtue in here. And that gives us a thing that gives negatives, but also gains us a little bit of life and gives us some late game value, because we don't have a ton of early plays anyway. We added an extra removal, which is probably good for those early aggro matchups, so this should help us out quite a bit. Now, this deck's going to be wild. It's going to be all over the place. These games should at least be fun, if nothing else, so strap yourselves in. But at the end of the video, which I hope you watch a lot of the video, because the more you watch, it helps the channel out. When you get to the end, we'll have a link to take you over to Moxfield, a channel sponsor, where you can download this, give it a try for yourself. That's if you like Assassins. But for now, let's go see if Assassins are good with their stabby and can get rid of some opponents. Oh man, our opponent's totally buying in on Big Back Season. They are just back fat as a name. That is awesome. Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and just play an Assassin. Hopefully this doesn't get hit with the cut down. All right, we dodged a cut down. That's a good start. Do we get batted? No, but we get a Builder's Talent. Okay, that's real. Well, our bat didn't get to do too much here. I mean, our Vine Lasher, because we can't attack, but we will play a bat. Probably try to remove some sweeper or something. Whoa! Whoa! What? Oh my god. I was not expecting to see the selection of cards. What is even happening? Yeah, no attacks, my friend. That is... What? I mean, credit to the opponent. I love seeing cool and different ideas, but this definitely caught me off guard. Wow. Obviously, we're gonna kill this guy. I am just... I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit in panic mode now, because I don't even know what the opponent's trying to do. Like, this is kind of crazy. Alright, so they leveled that up. They're gonna kill our bat. That's cool, I guess. Play a land? And I guess we do nothing since we have a Trotta that would just die. See, this sucks because they're stuck on land a little bit here. But I think we do it anyway. Counter target spell. I mean, if they draw a land, they draw a land. Okay, they didn't. Excellent. That works perfectly for us. So we'll put this on Assassin. Here's the problem with this. Like, if we play a Trotta, we know a Trotta's dead, right? I guess it's still worth doing. I mean, here's the other option, right? We do this. We don't kill anything. If they don't draw a land, they're just going to kill Urtai. So then we just let Urtai eat the bullet next turn. And then we can kill the wall and then just play a Trotta and get in with 2 assassins. What is this? Oh my gosh. Destroy target. Okay, sure. That's a thing that happened. Alright, well, we'll just pay 3 life. So now we're going to get hit with this thing when they find a land. Yeah, this is bad. Like, I don't even know if we could beat this deck. I almost want to just get 2 lands from the opponent. Not going to lie. What do we get? A land and not a land. If they get an untapped land, we're cooked. Like, we know that. Okay, yeah, I don't think we can kill them here. Because this isn't a land, that's not a land. We can go 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, because we get an extra one. Yeah, it's kind of all we can do. Alright, well. In they go. If I turn... Can I still turn this face up? No, I can't. I can only do that with the Trotta out. Because I was like, if I could turn into a land, we get close to being able to play Virtue. There's that. I mean, I guess the good news is when they do this, though, they'll lose their ability to play Atali. So I guess that's cool. Yeah, those all die. That's fine. We know we're going to lose this to the Go for the Throat. Like, that's a given. Alright. I have to assume everything else in their hand is just gigantic. Because nothing else makes sense. I mean, we have 2 kill spells, so we don't die to anything too crazy. Okay, Cruel Claw. Oh, so they were just going big on Cruel Claw type stuff. Got it. Alright, that makes sense. That is a wild deck from the opponent. I mean, there was so much removal and sweepers. Like, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus the sweeper in the invasion. Like, oh my gosh. We got a little lucky there, but my goodness, that is crazy. Let's try it and see what this does. Oh, poor Atrata. You are not going to live very long here. Actually, I don't know, maybe. You know the other thing, too, it sucks about Atrata? She literally still dies to cut down, which is kind of sad. I don't want you to bat things I want to have, so I'm just going to kill that. I mean, I pay Atrata. Atrata's probably going to die, but at some point, we got to give it a go. And you just kind of say, if they have it, they have it. We at least know what's going to eat their turn, because it's going to be killing Atrata. If they don't kill her, I'm just going to be stunned. Like, what hand did you keep if... Unless it was just those and you're hoping to draw a third mana or something. Okay, they don't have it. Game on, then. Opponent, are you attacking here? They are attacking here. I'm not even mad at that. Oh, that's even better, though. I was actually tempted to use a Urtai here. But that is even better. Let's see what we get from the opponent. Ruthless Negotiation. Oh, so we're playing a discard pile? What? Ew, this kind of took a sideways turn I wasn't expecting. Maybe they're just playing that. Maybe it's not really a discard pile. Good news now is if they play, like, Liliana, we can sacrifice their token that's not doing much for us. Alright, we take a whole one. The thing is, if they're going to do something, they have to do it now, because they know we have Urtai. We can also turn this face up when they get low enough to cost them a card. So it's not like it doesn't do anything. Like, opponent, you should have done that when I couldn't stop the card. Alright, we get another dude. This time it's a land. Yeah, we've gotten nothing good from our opponent. I don't know if they're playing good creatures to steal. Now, though, the fun part is, if Atrata dies, we'll just play the other Atrata. Or not. They're going to get their own Atrata. Nope, they took that from us. That's unfortunate. Alright. Sweet. More assassins incoming, folks. And a go for the throat. I mean, you know what? At least we can kill something with go for the throat. So there's that. You know what? I'm going to get a land right now. Just so there's no weird situation where, like, we can't respond or something and kill a thing we want to. So we have a land, a go for the throat, and a ruthless negotiation under here. By the way, we're also one land away from being able to play our own Virtue of Persistence before they do. Which currently only gets us an Urtai back. Actually, not true. Gets us some bats. That's kind of alright. I can live with that. Sure. Do I want to turn anything face up? Nah. I might be able to just get an Atrata back anyway. I mean, not now, next turn, but you know. Does it matter? Since this comes into play tapped. Oh, I can't turn it face up anyway now, because I don't have Atrata on board. Okay, cool. I thought they might not block there, and I thought maybe I should have left one back, just for the possibility of not letting them steal an Atrata. Aclazotz. Annoying, but we have somewhat of a plan for that. That was not the plan. But they at least won't get to draw a card here. We'll discard. They'll gain 4. We can return Urtai to kill Aclazotz to cost them their turn. Alright, well, never mind. Now they do get a card. Alright. So they're going to end up with 2 extra cards here. Let's go to our graveyard. Get this. Kill that. So they have to spend their turn recasting it, basically. You ain't bad. Now the question is, do I just want to hold this? I think I do. Just as, I don't know, a way to make them spend extra mana, maybe not get their dude back immediately here. Okay, that works. Go to our graveyard. Ooh, actually, hold on. They have nothing in hand. We know what all their plays are. So do we want an Atrata? Oh, yeah, we want an Atrata. Because then we can just outright kill their creatures. Because we still have a cut down under here. Oh, wow. All the Atratas, huh? Okay, so here's what we do. We turn this face up. Probably killing this. Go to attack with this. Like, they trade or they don't. We don't care that much. Now it's just, do we want to risk the damage or not here? This takes 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess we gotta play this to give ourselves a shot. Though, I guess we're in the same pattern, right? Because we just get back Urtai, they get another card. So that's kind of okay. Yeah, we're just going to basically run the same situation over again. Yep, just another Atrata. Okay, cool. So now we're not worried about the card we give them, because they'll be short one now to do anything significant. We could get a Deep Cavern Bat, but we're not playing those games. We're just going for it. If we die, we die. All right. Are you kidding me? I just want something else I can cast that has value. What are we doing? Oh my gosh. I would have waited too. If you're in the opponent situation, let me go ahead and get a card first. Don't reduce the possibility of me getting a land off the top of your library. I mean, it's a small chance, but could be a chance nonetheless. And though I did hit a land there. Yeah, end the turn. I mean, if you got the sweeper opponent, this is the time. You win. Deep Cavern Bat only gets an Atrata, so we're not worried about that. Do they have any sexy things in their graveyard to play? Oh, they do have Gix. That could be fun. Oh, they have another one. Bandit's Talent. That will not kill us. And they can block 3, 4, 5. So they're still going to take 5 here. So we'll be at 3. And somehow have survived this. I guess we just take a Gix. I mean, we can't even really use it, though. But they don't have anything in hand. I mean, I guess we take a Deep Cavern Bat. I don't know. I was going to say, just let us draw a removal spell and make life easy here. Yeah, we just attack with everything. I don't think it matters here. They go to 6, blocking, and then take 2, 4, 6, 7. If they stop the max damage. Yeah. So, yeah, just all happens. Whew, boy, that took a lot of work. Oh, we can't keep this. Like, not doing anything till turn 3 at least is... It can't be good. Like, there's just no way that's right. This, however, poses a kind of a different discussion here. I guess I'm going to get rid of Vannifar because our hand doesn't look like the type where we'll be holding any spells. And we'll just run this dude out there. And nothing? Alright. Attack. Yeah, nothing. Alright, cool. Come on, deck. We need some lands. Lands are going to be very, very important here. Oh, Zoraline, you get to eat it. Mostly because I'm hoping to draw an untapped land and play an Atrata. Come on, deck. It's got to be a blue or black untapped land. You have no sympathy for my feelings. Alright. Well, not much we can do. We are playing 25 land. Oh, is this thing finally going to die a horrible death? Wow, Legion to Ashes. They for real wanted that dead. Yeah, alright. We can't even play this game. Okay. Yeah, let's keep it. And I'm going to go ahead and go with this because I'm probably playing this tapped the next turn. Though there is an argument to be made, play this tap, and if I have a 2-mana removal or draw a bat, I just play that here. But I suck, and we didn't, so. Moving along. Virtue. There was not a bat in our future. Go ahead and play this. Actually, I could have played an Atrata there. Because if they had a removal, then Atrata would have just eaten it. Oh, well that's nice. We just get to kill that for free? Like, just value for no reason? Love that. Let's go ahead and play one of these. I say, now you got choices of what you want to kill.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come for
Getting rid of this, though.
Off you go.
We will be attacking the opponents, and then we will just remove those counters off of Liliana. Loyalty counters. And then I'm just going to play this. Alright, Glissa did all the work in that one. Alright, we'll keep it. I think we still do this first. Though now I might go get an island. Whereas I was initially going to go get a forest. Okay, is this some kind of wild, slow control pile? Alright, we'll give you something simple to kill. This little guy gonna get lost? It is gonna get lost. Okay. Man, some people use removal on anything. But they might just have a whole lot of extra removal. Who knows? Yeah, I guess we go ahead. Alright, he gone. Just rolling out all the removal. Sure. I might actually want to hold that. I was going to do something else here with the Vannifar, but I think I might put this, go for the throats. under here, maybe? Next turn, go for the throats into a thing. And then here comes Sunfall. Oh, no, it's a Biza. All right. Good news. We can still kill a Biza, so that's not the worst thing. Copy a token. Makes sense. Cute. Let's go bat. See if we can get rid of a Sunfall here, first off. Another Biza, a Caretaker's Talent. So they're going to get 2 cards next turn. This is awful either way. Hold on. So we either let them copy a fish and get 2 cards. I guess I have to just take Biza here, right? Because otherwise we don't even ever get to attack. And then try to grow this thing. Alright, that's acceptable. Put a +1/+1 on things and go attacking. Alright, it's kind of like the best we could do. I mean, they'll get to play their thing, copy a fish, draw 2 cards, and it's just gonna be what it is, I guess. I mean, I guess on the plus side, they at least... Oh, no, they're not even doing that. I generally... Wait, what even happened? They had the mana, right? So they could play Caretaker's Talent, copy a token for 1 mana, draw 2 cards instead of 1. And none of these trample or anything, so they would have had time. Huh. Alright. I mean, we'll just take a win, I guess. Weird. Okay, let's go to work. Just a little 1/2. Cenote Scouts. Hadn't seen that little thing in a minute. And Atraxa's Fall. Okay. They did leave it on top, though. So just something to note, kind of keep in the back of our brains there. You have a hard-hitting question, Ankle Biter. All right, well, I guess we'll take the hard-hitting question. No attacks. I mean, they can play Atraxa's Fall to kill our bat and then kill something else. That's fine, I suppose. Because I would do it if I were them. Yep. Makes perfect sense. No blocks. Let's find a Glissa here. That would make us happy. That does not, however. I mean, on the plus side, their hand doesn't do a lot here. I mean, they can kill our Vine Lasher, they can play a Death Toucher, but the rest of their hand's not doing much. Until they get to, you know, 2 more lands, which they already have access to. Oh, no, they have... Well, they can find 1 more. They have 1 in hand. And I kind of want them to use that now. Otherwise, they have a Death Toucher that could kill something like Massacre Girl, and that would suck. Which I'm sure that's why they're playing it, is because you just get to kill bigger stuff. Alright. 16. Well, now we have a backup Massacre Girl and don't care if she dies. Let's go ahead and get a forest so we're all set up for later. Also, we do have Menace, so that's a thing. Got another bite spell. Bristlebud Farmer. Alright. That's legit. I'm actually gonna go ahead and block this. Like, we get a card out of it. Alright, didn't help us. But the thought that counts, right? Let's go ahead and play this. I mean, we have not done well here at all. We haven't even drawn a single removal spell either, actually, now that I'm looking at it. So that's not good. Bristly Bill, here comes a land. Probably turn the farmer into a 6/6, I would imagine. No, just playing a Cenote Scout up to a 3/3. Alright. You got it. Okay, nothing too scary there. But yeah, this is a real thing that if we don't get a removal spell here, we're probably dead. Because we're just not going to be able to keep up with all this. Even with us having an Urtai or whatever, it's going to get real tough. Like, I could save Urtai to kill a Bristlebud farmer, maybe. Okay, this opens up some options. So how much do I care about this? Because if they do get a land, they get to play both of these, and that's kind of gross. But if I play this, I also get to make a blocker, and that's not nothing. We just pass, I guess. I think we're better off just leaving this up. And we still have our creature to block with, or land if necessary. Okay. I will go ahead. Don't even want to have to deal with that. If we had another removal available somewhere along the way, I wouldn't feel so bad, but this is a lot to try to work with here. Yeah, make that a 4/4 is fine. I think here we block Bristlebud Farmer just to shrink it. They've already played a land for the turn. We'll probably get back Tumblewag. Alright, so let's shrink the farmer since that tramples, and we could try to figure something out with that next turn. We are only at 4, so that's real. Oh, well, if I'd known I was going to draw another Massacre Girl, I would have just blocked. But no. Let's get something big. Oh, we got like the littlest thing possible from our opponents. Are you kidding? Then do we just play another Massacre Girl? Is that the play here? Yeah, so we just don't die to some like quirky situation. Man, we have not drawn one removal spell this whole time. Like, genuinely, if we had even one early, it would have broken this game wide open. And the crazy part is we're still not out of it, but it's starting to get real tight. More than we want it to. Yep. And then you play... Yep. And then you put a counter on something. And there's an ankle biter, sure. Why not? And we're basically still in the same situation, right? Can we draw a removal spell? And now I don't even know, we might need to remove Bristly Bill, so everything just doesn't become huge. Well, that's silly, because Tumblewag has to attack to trigger. So that doesn't do anything. Oh no, because double the counters. Gotcha. That part of the ability. Yes, that still works. Doesn't give trample though, so that's good. Oh, just puts a plus. Has to attack to put the double. So, still gets to put a +1/+1. I think they're just trying to decide, like, what they're willing to trade or give up or whatever if we attack or don't. But realistically, I think this was lost forever ago when we just missed all of our removal. I don't think there's really much more to it than that. Yep, you got it. I mean, maybe if we were to get... Oh, not that. I was going to say, maybe there's a world if we were to get something like the vampire or something, but otherwise, I don't think this does anything. We attack with this. Maybe they block with the ankle biter and something. Kind of be our best bet here. I mean, if I were them, I'm blocking with ankle biter and beast collar, because then I don't get a card, and you still kill off the masker girl. Only way that's bad is if we have a removal spell, which we don't, so. Alright, they're going to let it through. Do we get something good from the opponents? We do not. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Pass the turn. I'm pretty sure we're just dead. Alright, GG's opponent. Like, we did nothing that game. Oh, that was terrible. Okay, let's go. As much as I want to get a second swamp, I think I'm going to do this turn 1 and just go get an island. And if we can't play Masker Girl for a minute, we just won't be able to. I mean, even if we get to 4, if we find a 4th land regardless, we can at least play Vannifar. That's something. And pass. It's also interesting, too, like, do we want, like, if the opponent sees blue-green or they see blue-black, how do they react to it, you know? Well, now we're going to play this, so that kind of takes that whole option away. They just see blue-black now. Alright, let's, attempt a bat. Bat going to get met with a cut down. Oh, a soul partition. Okay, cool. I'll just play bat again next turn. Temporary lockdown. Sure. All right, we don't have too many things that actually get hurt by lockdown. They don't even have any blue mana yet. So lockdown would be like the only thing. All right. So this is weird. Like, do we take lockdown? Or do we, like, take Jace? I mean, I guess we take Jace and it forces them for one more turn. Yeah, I don't really know here. Right? Because if we just play this, then they have to waste their turn to get rid of it. And we know we're not just getting Jaced outright next turn. And then we can play, like, Vannifar, make a guy, like... I'm trying to figure out, like, their hand. Like, do we care? They can't cast that. Alright. I think I'll just basically control their turn next turn. Is really what this is. Oh, so we get to see better options of cards? So they have more Jace. So then it doesn't really matter if we take Jace anyway. So we'll just take the lockdown, I guess, and keep a creature. Like, they have a Jace either way. Tough love. Alright. Here comes at least one Jace, I'd imagine. Huh? You can't even cast anything else right now, right? Okay, I don't know what happened. But that being what it is, I guess we're going to do this. And then we'll just put a face down, go for the throat. Because obviously our opponent's not playing creatures here. I think they're just trying to max mill us with Jace. I think is their plan. So now I think they're just going to play full-size Jace into another full-size Jace. Yeah, I think that's their goal here. Yep, that's exactly it.
Surrender every last thought to Phyrexia.
Okay, well, I mean, if they... This is just one of those things like they top deck a removal, they top deck the removal, right? Like, you get a sweeper, it's all you. Also, I had a Cavern of Souls. I could have made something not counterable if we really wanted to. Well, I'm going to assume that obviously you went and got a sweeper there, right? So let's +1 some things. Opponent says GG, but we can't kill them yet. One thing we can do is we can draw a land, though. See, they're saying GG's. Let our top card be a land. Come on, deck. Respect the game. Let's go. Oh, well, that's pretty cool, too. I don't mind that, actually. We actually get to kill the token, which is great. And I'm just going to end the turn. You know what else I like about this? They're probably going to have to use temporary lockdown to get rid of our Whipcracker before they play the Jace. We've got 31 cards left. So they could do this and play Jace, and then they're still tapped out if we draw a land here with the Vine Lasher. Soul Partition? Sure. Why are they holding on to that? Okay. I'm just wondering why they were holding on to this temporary lockdown so tightly. Alright, they're going to max mill us with Jace. I'll say, of our 15 cards, we just wanted one of them to be a land, but no such luck. Pass a turn. Just a bounce spell? I mean, they can't get rid of this with lockdown. So now if they have a sweeper, they're going to have to 1-for-1 against Massacre Girl. And the funny thing is, we still didn't draw a land for these last couple of draws, which would have just ended the game on sight. Well, that's cute, but not going to solve our problem. Go to attack. End of the Flood Maw, so we just have to replay it. Which will get countered, and that's okay, I guess. Sure. Obviously, they get to scry. Oh, no, they get to counter or surveil. They don't get to do both. And they can't counter this, because we have a Cavern of Souls out. So that plan doesn't work for them. Which they could have destroyed our Cavern of Souls. Which, hell, I probably don't even have that many lands left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Actually, most of the cards we have left are lands. Believe it or not. So if they got Jace, we die. If it's just Sunfall, we're just running back that situation again. Okay, Soul Partition, you got it. I was going to wonder when you were going to do that. Like, at some point, that had to be a thing, right? Is that the last basic? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands we could draw left. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Interesting. Obviously, you got to counter sooner or later. Oh. Well, they had it 3 steps ahead. Go figure. Alright, well now we're just gonna nickel and dime stuff to force them to play spells. Since we're not finding land. Literally half our cards left are lands. This is tough. Rough spot to be in. Alright, so here's the deal. We played, finally, get to play this. They counter. We get to play Iridescent Vine Lasher, hit them for 1. Pretty sure that's the only way this goes down. Right? Because they're going to be on 1 land. Actually, not true. They could have a Maw into the Flood Maw and bounce a creature again. Alright. Yeah, we pass. Alright, so they're just going to go for Jace to kill us. Fair. Or they have another counter in hand already and it just doesn't matter. Wait, did they do that during our main phase? Alright, cool. Hubris, buddy. Hubris. I'm going to give you the GGs. Got him. Alright, we did make an update as we went through. We ended up playing some Terra Sunders, which was actually a pretty big deal. And I'm now kind of deciding, like, do we just want more Glissa at the end of everything? Like, Vein Ripper is a cool card, but unless we get it face down in the combination of, like, Atrata into Vanifar and get to turn the Vein Ripper face up the next turn, like, that's a lot to ask for. It's not a bad card to have just late. It is an assassin. It does let us, you know, have a big flyer that's hard to deal with, so I don't hate it. But it's like, Glissa's so much better than just a Vein Ripper. You know what I mean? Like, that sounds crazy that Vein Ripper can do all this, but... And I guess we could get it for free off of a Virtue. But I'd rather just have another Glissa most of the time. Like, seriously. Even against all the creature decks, the mono red decks, whatever, sometimes you just rather have Glissa. The interesting thing, though, is Crow Whipcracker came in pretty clutch a couple of times. You know, being a blocker, being able to get rid of a token. So, kind of did what we wanted to. The problem is just that 2 toughness is so small. If it was anything bigger, even if this was like a 1/3 in the current environment, I'd almost be happier. But a 3-power creature is a threat. The thing that was just kind of meh was the Agate Blade Assassin. This is one of those ones where, like, I don't hate just the opponent losing a point of life and us gaining a life. Like, some amount of life gains, pretty nice. You know, I think there's something to be said for that. But honestly, we'd be better off with just another Deep Cavern Bat and another Whipcracker more often than just having that. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I think that's just stronger, and it's just better creatures. It still leaves us, what, 15 Assassins in the deck that can trigger what we need to. I still have Masker Girl. Urtai, not really an Assassin, nor is Vanifar, so that's a little bit of a letdown. But again, you're kind of just scraping. We don't have really good ones. So this is probably about as good as the deck's going to be right now. The thing to remember too is there's not much or any actually so far in the way of Assassins coming out in Duskmourn. So you don't really get to add a lot to this deck. And I think that's the tough part, right? If you're going to play this, I think playing it in the play queue is fine. I wouldn't really waste my time playing this on the ladder. I think it's not going to go well for you in a lot of cases. I just think it's just not going to be real fun because you're just going to be behind. Like, it's really a twofold issue, right? You can beat the creature decks if you just get the removal. So if you're running into creature decks all day and then you stick like an Atrata and you start making bodies, cool. But if you don't, you just get run over because your creatures are worse quality than theirs, right? I mean, Masker Girl's solid, but, and I guess Atrata because it's a 1/4 Death Toucher. But otherwise, our creatures kind of suck, you know, on a body-for-body basis. So you can't really even block and fight. You have to get your removal. Then the other side of that is you're going to have games where you draw the removal against the control decks or the, you know, the big mid-rangey Reanimator, Graveyard, whatever, and these just aren't going to do anything, right? Your removal's not going to do anything. Your creatures aren't going to close the clock fast enough. So there's just going to be some matchups where it's just not good. But, again, on the play queue, we ran into some of that stuff and did okay, so you can still win. It's just going to be a bit difficult because, like I said, it's a combination of gotta hit your removal and the individual cards aren't as strong. But if you do want to play Assassins, here you go. You got 4 Iridescent Vine Lasher, 1 Bitter Triumph, 4 Deep Cavern Bat, 4 Go for the Throat, 2 Terra Sunder, 3 Whipcracker, 4 Trotta, 3 Glissa, 3 Masker Girl, 3 Urtai, 2 Vanifar, 1 Vein Ripper, 2 Virtue of Persistence, 3 Island, 4 Swamp, 1 Forest, 4 Darklick Shores, 2 Restless Reef, 3 Blooming Marsh, 3 Botanical Sanctum, 2 Cavern of Souls, and 3 Fabled Passage. Now, if you're a big fan of Assassins, you probably like other themed decks too. Well, maybe you like Dragons. If you do, we actually played an Is It Dragons deck that actually wasn't too bad. It actually did what we wanted to, and we were able to win a lot of games without even really attacking. So if that's your jam, go check that out one out next. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.